my name is Lizzie. Each week I'm bringing along a different origami fold, and that's to encourage you to take some time out and enjoy just focusing on something completely different. Paper folding, I think, is a very powerful practical tool for your well-being, to focus the mind and to have a little bit of control when the world maybe doesn't feel under our control very much at the moment, but you can make something beautiful that will make you smile. It will make other people smile as well. So it's a really practical way, I think, of giving yourself some time and some care which is needed. Do get out, exercise, walk, dance, jump around. These are all really good things for looking after our mental well-being and physical well-being. But maybe in the evenings or at weekends you might want to do something quiet, which is about just calming yourself down and giving yourself a little bit of a treat rather than a trick or treat. So it's coming up towards Halloween. I don't know about you, but I love this time of year when you get really cozy. It's time for jumpers again, and there's something about Halloween, Guy Fawkes night that just bring out a joy in me. So I wanted to make a few little Halloween decorations. So this week and next week we'll make a bat. This week we'll make a cat and a pumpkin. So the cat is a traditional fold that Nick Robinson shared with me. I thought it was brilliant. And I've also made up my own little pumpkin. So I'm going to try to share with you one of my own folds, which, if anything, I find it harder to explain my own things because they're a little bit, you realise that there aren't hard and fast lines at all when you're making things up yourself, but they both encourage a little bit of drawing on them as well, which I think is fun to just make it really individual and unique. Love to see what you make as well. I hope this will make you smile. Some decorations. So as always, grab yourself a piece of paper and I will show you how to make both. We'll start with a cat, which is surprisingly simple and I think very effective, and then we'll go on to the pumpkin, which I hope you will enjoy. So here we go. I'm going to bring this round and grab yourself something to press on. We'll start with the cat. So I'll grab my board. Consider this a little bit of nice time together, doing something gentle for yourself. We're going to make two things out of the one piece of paper. I figure everyone's got A4 paper, but literally any paper will work. So you could be using magazines, anything you've got around. Maybe a piece of post that you'd otherwise put in the bin. You can convert it, you can draw on it, make it special. So as ever, I'm going to show you how to do it, even without scissors. So it's super simple. Simply going to fold it in half. Just slow down. Enjoy that this is a time when you just slow yourself down. Focus on the paper and what you're doing. Be nice and exact. Give good strong folds. When you're giving the folds, it will give it strength. It will work well. And I think you're also releasing a little bit of tension in there too, for good purpose. So we're going to nick that. Because I'm thinking very much of bonfire night, Halloween. These are social events, aren't they, when we would be out either trick-or-treating or with a bonfire, and how lovely that is. And obviously we're missing these things, so I think this is a little way I've been bringing back, for me anyway, that feeling of being cozy and a little bit of celebration, and I think marking the year as we go along. That's right, lining up. I hope it's bringing a little bit of joy for you as well. That's it. Something different. So we're going to get rid of this rectangle, turn it over and bring it back like so. And take your time. Enjoy the exactness, the slowness, the feel of the paper. I think this is all nice and physical. We're missing that touch, aren't we? This is a way that we're touching something physical, making something real. Lovely. So what we're going to do next is take the point and aim opposite. So I'm going to take this and fold it down like so. It's a really nice fold, this, if you like cats as well then. But I thought at Halloween it has to be done again. This point, bringing it down there. So from what I understand, it's a traditional Japanese fold. I don't know how old this one is. Nice discovery from someone, and someone was kind enough to make a discovery and pass it on. Something nice which would make others smile. So next we're going to make the ears. It appears quite quickly, so you're going to take one of these points and bring it up. Now you don't It's a little bit of a judgment one here, so maybe something like that. I'm not going all the way up here. I'm having it sticking up a bit. That sort of angle. But it is a judgment, so yours will be different from mine, and that's all good. We're going to sort of match it as best you can. Again, a little bit of wonkiness anyway will make it look more lovable and more as these things are. We're not perfectly symmetrical, are we? So we're going to sort of flatten the head. So it's a point here. I'm going to fold it down there, which will sort of flatten the head, and it also neatens up that shape. So I'm going to take this. It was quite thick by this point. Trying to do this upside down. It's all great fun. There we go. So it's a nice little neat shape there. Looking quite cat-like, isn't it? So I'm going to turn it to the other side. And you can see a nice little cat face there, but it's got a pointy chin. So I'm going to take the bottom and fold it up to make its face. Now you could also give it a little triangular nose too. So this bit sticking up, you will can fold down to make that little triangular nose. Right, and I do recommend with both of these, actually, these are ones for drawing on. I think it's quite fun. It's always fun trying to draw a face upside down. Let's give it a go. I rather like it about that triangle at the back, gives it a little bit of a little prop for it to sit there quite nicely. So you might want to colour in the nose, and you might want to give some whiskers. Of course you want to give some eyes. I don't quite know how you want to do your eyes. You can do them many different ways. There we go. Maybe the ears. You could give a little mouth if you wanted to. It's up to you. Maybe you could, consider it's Halloween, you might want to shade it in a bit darker so it's like a black cat. That's it. So hopefully you've got a lovely cat face there. That's the first decoration. I hope you enjoyed that one. Next one will be the pumpkin, which is one that I've designed, and it's funny, if anything, it's been a slower one for me to figure out because I've come up with it myself. Funny, isn't it? Because there's less hard and fast rules. So pumpkin, this is the pumpkin that we're going to make. Something like this, and it's got its own little prop at the back, which means you can even stand it up, which is rather lovely. Or stand up, so you've got your own little pumpkin. Right, to do this we're going to use the other piece of paper. Again, we're going to make the same square as sort of starting point. Most things in origami are squares, but it doesn't have to be. A little bit convention, and it's a little bit working within this sort of defined space. It's a rather wonderful thing. A square actually offers an awful lot of possibilities. Again, getting rid of this rectangle, turn it over. You'll be getting very used to doing this if you're making this with me, or maybe you have your own papers. No real right or wrong for these things. Again, you've made a good strong fold, then you should be able to, on a flat surface, then tear it off like so. Right, so to make the face, we're almost going to take the triangle and almost slip it down. So around that sort of point. It's not an exact form. I do it that sort of distance. Get a feel for that shape. Hopefully that's low enough. Again, this is a judgment one. So something like that. Next, I'm going to take the top and fold it down. And this will become the nose. That's right. There we go. Let's give it the nose while we're there. It needs a triangular nose. That's a very satisfying thing to carve, isn't it? Carefully with your knife. So giving a triangular nose like so. Lovely. Next we're going to give the eyes. So to give the eyes, we want to give it that sort of shape. So I'm going to take the sides and fold it at this angle to be able to give it a, can you see, a nice triangular, spooky looking eye. Like so. So we've left an eye shape there. And if we do the same thing on the other side, so it roughly matches, again, it's not going to be perfect, and that's all right. Just do your best, like so. There we go. Right, if we turn now to the back, we're going to make it more pumpkin shape. So we're going to take the sides and we're going to fold it to around the middle. Again, this is all bit judgments. This one again, so they'll probably meet actually. Like so. I think that looks sort of nice dimensions for a nice shape for a pumpkin. Again, all these things will vary. That's it. So turning it now around to this side, actually I can see with the light behind, oh, you get the ghoulish effect of the light through the eyes. So maybe you could actually have that against a window. That could be quite good. So these little props at the back should actually allow it to be able to stand up. Yes, it does stand up. I thought it looked more attractive if I opened up this top and tucked away. Can you see at the moment this is a little bit overlapping there? I'd rather have it the other way around. So I'm just opening it up and then pushing that down so that this area is on top. I just thought visually it looks a bit nicer. So opening it up and then pushing it down so that's on top. So that's it actually. That's the pumpkin. It definitely needs shading in. A little bit of colour. Right, how are we going to do the... I think it needs a nice big mouth and there's lots of space here to doing. Yes. Good mouth. Colour in that triangular nose. Super simple. We need some ghoulish eyes. Definitely. There we go. Yeah, it just has to be orange, doesn't it? It's a pumpkin. I have to say, as a child, I remember carving turnips. And turnips are not very easy. Grew up in Scotland, actually, so it's definitely turnips, not pumpkin. Pumpkins are a nice American addition, but aren't they great colour? They don't last as long, though, whereas turnips, to be fair, you can keep them for quite a while, whereas pumpkins, they do go off rather quickly once carved. So maybe there is something in a turnip. You can definitely easily cut yourself, I think, on a turnip, because it's so hard to carve. There we go. So I hope that's worked for you. A pumpkin and a cat, some nice decorations. Next week I'll come back and I'll show you how to fold a bat as well. I think that would complete it. So I'm wishing you, nice kind of getting cozy, enjoying these celebrations and making yourself some ghoulish decorations. I'll be showing this as well live on Wednesday at 2 and each week a different fold. So we've got something as well for fireworks night. I've invented something for that as well. So it's been nice to share a few things as well of my own. Take care. Have a good week. Look after yourselves. Thank you. Bye bye.